I'm not quite sure how to start this, but this is a faith story that I want to share about forgiveness and reconciliation. I had a friend, like that bestie kind of friend, and they were the type of friend that you could tell anything to. And what was really cool is we're both Christians, so we could share stories about Jesus. So we shared a faith and we shared a love of dogs and, that kind of friend. You could share anything, say anything, and it was all good. But then she got sick, and without even realizing it, without me realizing it, the lines became blurred, and I became the receipt of her anger and her frustration that was part of her illness. And I didn't even see it happening. And then came the day that she decided to explode on me and blame me for everything that was wrong in her life. And my friend, who was also a Christian, told me that I should have been like Jesus and I should have died for her. And that I was upset, I was sad, and then I was angry. And I was angry for a very, very, very long time, like more than 10 years. And then I got a call from my husband, and because he does some insurance for this friend. And he told me that my friend was terminally ill with cancer. And it was as if like time stood still. Everything was silent. Like I didn't even know what to say or think next. And then I was trying to figure out how I could, I was trying to find a way to be sure that before this friend passed away, she knew that nothing in the past mattered, that I forgave her, and I could only hope that she would feel the same towards me. And I couldn't think of a way. And then someone else that I know suggested sending flowers. And I remembered that she loved spring and loved spring flowers. So I found, and it was just on a whim, I'm sitting at work, I pulled up 1-800-Flowers. There's this gorgeous spring bouquet, boom, and wrote a note and thought about what to say, but I didn't have a lot of time because I'm at work and I'm busy. And I ended it with, I love you, I always have, and I always will. And I sent it. And I know the flowers were delivered on Friday. And then I found out that Friday night that she died. So I could only hope at that point that she had received them and that someone had read her the note, but I really didn't know. And then, excuse me for looking away, I wrote a few things down. It was also the way I could reach out to her without intruding, because it's such a personal time and I didn't want to make things worse for her just to make myself feel better. It was not about me, it was about her. So then, and this was a really cool part, it was probably 3 or 4 days later, before her funeral, I received a message from her partner, and I wrote down exactly what she said here, and it was, "Thank you. She received your flowers and I read your note," and she smiled. And to me, that smile said everything. And since this happened in October, I've tried to find words to describe that incredible, I can't find a word, that peaceful, all-encompassing, 100% total feeling of peace that came from those words. She smiled. Because to me, that told me that she forgave me as much as I forgave her. And so now we're both at peace, and that's a gift. And then it was the Psalm from today. Where did I write that down? I wanted to end with that. here it is. Psalm 32, verse 1. Happy are they whose transgressions are forgiven and whose sin is put away. Happy, the word happy. So it took more than 10 years, but reconciliation happened. Even though I never got to see her in person again and we never spoke again, I feel so at peace. And that's my story.